Hello guys, we are live. Welcome to another live session. Oh my, I barely made it home for this live today. I was trying to fix some computers in the office and I don't understand what is wrong with them. It's such a frustrating thing when you don't understand. I hope my audio is okay today, because last time I had a echo kind of thing. On my YouTube, it says that the best time for me to live is 7 a.m. So maybe I will switch the time, even though I have to get up super early. But yeah, guys, how are you? Well, actually, I'm talking to myself right now because no one is joining yet. So this is a weird thing to do. When you're live and no one is alive, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to talk about? I don't know. Well then, today, what are we going to talk about? Oh, I see some people joining finally. I should really figure out how to get a countdown timer working because the first few minutes of live streaming is always really awkward by myself. Anyways, can you guys hear me well? Am I echoing this time? But yeah, I was trying to fix up some computers today and I just don't understand anything, and it's so frustrating when you don't understand something because you try to look it up on Google and it doesn't even you don't even understand the answers because the answers itself is another sentence full of jargon and words you don't understand. Oh, hello guys, I can see you guys now. You can hear me well? That's good. I don't know what happened last time. It was super echoey. Man, here in Vancouver, it's been raining for the past, I don't know how long, past few months. Every single day. It's really a depressing city. I want to move to a different city. But anyways, what am I going to talk about today? Man, how am I going to talk about something different every single day? It's really remarkable, other live streamers, how they talk about things every single day. But yesterday I watched this video of a Korean learner. It was a video on how she takes notes in Korean. It was absolutely insane. It was so organized. Here, let me try to find it. It was how I take... Yeah, this girl. Oh my god, I was looking at this yesterday. It was absolutely insane.
I want
of course,
shortest
sponsored
hair.
ad.
Hi guys, I hope you are doing well. In today's video, I am going to show you how I take my Korean notes.
What?
During the past few months of studying Korean by myself, I have tried out different techniques and formats, and I have finally found the way that works best for me. So I'm going to share with you some of the tips that have helped me take efficient note while keeping the
Man,
notes.
look at that writing font. That is so neat, guys. Look at that. It's like a computer typed it. What? I've never taken notes in my life, but then if I did, I would want it to look like that. So I kind of got inspired by this, and I wanted to create my own notes, but of course not on paper because I don't know, I don't think I could write like that. But I think a good way to take notes is on Excel spreadsheet. I know maybe nobody does this, but I got kind of inspired by that video to make my notes on Excel spreadsheet. I try to make it look nice. I didn't make harsh lines, I even made the lines kind of dotted lines, and I changed the font a little bit and I put a little sticker like she did. Looks pretty similar, doesn't it? Hello guys. Okay, so today let's try to practice Korean this way. I feel like Excel is really a good program to learn a language. Probably nobody uses it for learning languages, but I feel like it's really useful because it can help you see a language in a different way, right? Like it shows you the individual slots and it shows you what can be replaced out, in and out. Okay, so here we have a sentence like this. 이거 어디 있어? This is literally like this where exist. 있어 is a little bit hard to explain. It's kind of like exist in Korean. No, I mean in English. It's kind of like where is this? You know, like where is this? You're asking someone where is this? 이거 어디 있어? And then you can respond with 이거 여기 있어. 이거 여기 있어. This here exists. Like, where is this? It's here. 여기 있어. 여기 있어. You could even swap out the word 이거 for like 그거. 그거. 그거 어디 있어? That where exists. Where is that? 그거. It's like, where is that? 그거 어디 있어? And then you can say, 그거 여기 있어. That here exists. Like where that exists? It exists here. It's right here. 그거 여기 있어. Of course, it's not limited to just 그거. You can say like, computer 어디 있어? Where is the computer? Computer. And then the same thing. computer 어디 있어? Computer where exists? Oh, it's right here. 컴퓨터 여기 있어. 컴퓨터 여기 있어. How would you say like where is your friend? Where is your friend? Where is your friend? So your in Korean is 니. And then 니 친구, your friend, 니 친구. 네, 친구 어디 있어? Where is your friend? Where is your friend? And then I don't know, you can say 여기 있어, here. Or you can say 학교에 있어. 학교에 있어. 학교에. Oh, that is big font. School at. So this 에 right here, it's like at. 네 친구 학교에 있어. Your friend is at school. Your friend is at school. You can replace the word 학교 with anything you want, like a park or the library. Let's try library. 네 친구 도서관에 있어? 네 친구 도서관에 있어? 도서관. Wow, our font is getting really, really big. 도서관에 있어? Is your friend at the library? Your friend at the library exists. See? Many, many sentences. It doesn't always have to be exist. This could also change with a different kind of verb. So you can say 봤어. How about let's try that? 봤어, which is saw. 봤어. 봤어. 네 친구 도서관에 봤어. I saw your friend at school. No, actually that one worked. 봤어? I'm not sure. 네 친구 도서관에 봤어. Okay, so in Korean, 에 and 에서 are different things. 에 is more like if it exists somewhere. So like 에 있어, we say that a lot. But then if you say I saw it at the like I did something at some place, then it's 에서. Like for example, like 내 친구 도서관에 있어. My friend at library exists. But if you want to say you did something at a location, then you use 에서. Like 나 도서관에서 공부했어. Library at exist. In English, they don't differentiate. They don't have a different word. It's just both at in English. Like I studied at the library. I worked at the library. I read at the library. That kind of at is no different from like I'm at the library. It's a very different thing in Korean. Like when you say you're at someplace, you're in some kind of location, then we use 에. But then if you want to say you did something at the location, you use 에서. So that can be kind of confusing. Like so 에서 is always has some kind of action. Like you're doing something. Like you're studying at there, you're like reading at that location, or like you're sleeping at that location. So that's like one of the difference between 에 and 에서. 내 친구. Let's try to make some more sentences with just 에. 내 친구 도서관에 도서관에 에 is also used when you go or come somewhere. So 내 친구 도서관에 갔어. My friend at the library went. I know in English you say to. You say my friend went to the library. Oh, sorry, this should be went. My friend went to the library, but then we use 에 for both. It's kind of like to. My friend went to the library. The most confusing thing in languages are these prepositions. They're like so confusing. But just remember 에 is like when you're at some place, like just being there, or it's when you go or come to some place. So those are the two times we use 에. 내 친구 도서관에 왔어. My friend library to came. My friend went to the library and my friend came to the library. Yeah, so those three situations you use 에. So how would you say friend? So how would you say Chris went to the park? Chris went to the park. So it'd be like 크리스 공원에 갔어. Chris park to went. Chris went to the park. How would you say I don't know. My dog went to the hospital. Oh, am I starting to echo again? Why? Hello, is it okay now? Good now? Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I think when I turn the volume up too high on the program, it like echoes or something. Kind of weird. So it's like Chris Park 2 went. How did I learn English sentences? Yes, every language has different word placement, but then every language is kind of like slots, you know? You might not notice it if you're a native speaker, but every single language is the same way. Here, I'll show you something in English. In English, we always have this pattern. Let's say I like kimchi. This can help translate into Korean as well. So, okay, I like kimchi. 나 좋아해 김치. But in Korean, we would just flip this, right? We say 나 김치 좋아해. So if someone speaks Korean and they want to learn English, all they have to remember is they just have to flip these two around. 나 좋아해 김치. Right? You just say I like kimchi. All English sentences are constructed in this way. And then when you want to add a preposition, like for example, at school, so it's 학교에서. Okay, now this sentence doesn't make sense, but let me make it into like eat. I eat kimchi. 먹어. The preposition in English always goes in the back or the front. Right? At school, I eat kimchi, or like, I eat kimchi at school. And then, I know the word order is different, but then if you add one word at a time, then it's not so difficult, right? Like, Korean speakers learning English, they think this sentence order is very, very strange. But that's because they try to learn a sentence that's very, very long. I feel like if you add one word at a time, I think that Koreans can understand English very, very well. And vice versa, if you're learning Korean and you speak a different language, word order is totally different. You can just learn to insert one word at a time, and it always goes in the same slot. Like at school is like words that have prepositions like at or on or in, or words like that, like on Friday, 금요일에, on Friday, or like with my friend, 친구랑. See, with my friend. And these can be stringed together infinitely. Like you can put it side by side, and the order doesn't matter. I eat kimchi at school with my friend on Friday, at 5 o'clock, so on and so on and so on and so on. So in Korean, if you were to reconstruct this, you would just be like, you can just flip these two around. 나 김치 먹어. And then these preposition kind of things, they can go anywhere in the sentence in Korean. You can say like 나 학교에서 김치 먹어, or 나 친구랑 김치 먹어. Or you can say 나 금요일에 김치 먹어. Very, very easy. You can also string together like 나 학교에서 친구랑 금요일에 김치 먹어. That totally makes sense too. Does that kind of make sense? I know I'm like not so good at explaining things today. Can I talk about the subject, object, and topic markers, please? Are you talking about stuff like nun, un, and ul, stuff like that? Okay, so like these topic markers, nun, un, ul, lul, right? I've seen many explanations on these ones, but it's so confusing. Do you know, did you study why there is two different versions of each one? Or, well, there two different versions because it's the same thing, but it's just like one is easier to pronounce in some cases. Like, you know, when you say like apple, you say un apple. And un is like the same thing, but one is just easier to pronounce. So if you think all Korean sentences start like this, then just think that everything in this column gets a un or nun, and everything in this column gets a ul or lul. Yeah, that's it. Like 나는, and this is 김치를. Like why? I don't know. No real reason. But you know, when we speak Korean, we don't use the particles that much. Shoot, let me think about this. Okay, people are saying 이, 가, and 는, 은 is the most confusing part. Okay, I'll try to explain. I'll try my best. Okay, so when you say 고양이는 귀여워. This is cats, okay? This is cats are cute. But if you say 고양이가 귀여워, it means the cat is cute. You see the difference here? Like, if you use a 는 here, it means all cats in general are cute. Every single cat that exists. Cats are cute. But if you use 가, it means the cat is cute. Only this specific cat. And if I say 고양이가 귀여워, you know which cat I'm talking about. Like maybe there's like many cats, and then only this cat is cute. If that makes sense. Okay, so like if you want to say computers are expensive. Computers are expensive. You would say 컴퓨터는 비싸. That's like computers are expensive. All computers in existence, every single one is expensive, like in general. But if you say 컴퓨터가 비싸, that's like the computer is expensive. Hello, thank you for joining. Yeah, does that kind of make sense? Like that's the difference between nun and ka. Like ka is like specifically a single computer. Like I know I've seen like many different explanations on like nun, un, and ka, yi, ka, and they explain it in a very linguistic kind of way. They explain it in very like grammatical way, but it often doesn't really make sense. Like it's like, oh, 이, 가 is the subject marker or whatever, like the subject marker. Like, but what does that even mean? Like, what is the subject marker, right? I want to try to show you in like a more human way, like what is going on in the native speaker's mind when they use ka instead of nun. But yeah, ka is specific. This is just one scenario though. In other scenarios, there's many different meanings attached to it. Like this is like one example of it. What if you wanted to say some or many computers are expensive? So when you say some computers are expensive, right? So some in Korean is 어떤. So okay, if I write the word order here, some computers expensive. So this is some computers are expensive. Some computers are expensive. It's still generalizing. It's like some computers are expensive in general. So this is like in general. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some computers are expensive in general. In general. No, ka is not singular. Ka, like in Korean, there isn't really like plurals and singular is not really important in Korean. That's not what I mean by like computers. I don't mean like many computers in this case. It's like computers in general. You know when you add an S to in English, like computers are expensive, cats are cute. Yeah, I guess it means plural, but it means more like in general, right? Like cats are cute. Yeah, in general, they're cute. Computers are expensive. Yeah, computers in general are expensive. Like music is hard. That means like music in general is hard. Or like like yeah, so like nun kind of like means like in general. It's very difficult to explain. Very difficult to explain. Like on the spot especially. So like if you want to say like guitar is hard. 기타 어려워. So like learning the guitar is hard. It's like in general. You know what I mean? Like guitars are hard. Or like 기타는 멋있어. Guitars are cool in general. If you want to say these computers are expensive, it's ka. Yes, exactly. Like if you're saying these computers in general, no, sorry. These computers, specifically these computers, not any other computers, then you use ka. Like ka is like you're pointing to it, like, or you're either pointing to it or the person knows which computers you're talking about. In English, you indicate that by using the or like stuff like these or those, right? Difficult to explain. Difficult to explain. My explanation is not so good today. I'm not satisfied with my explanation, but it's something you have to just see a lot. Okay, I'll make like a bunch of sentences right now. Okay, okay, let's see. No. Yeah, that's yeah, anyways, that's kind of like one case of it. I'll try to think of a better explanation. Oh, this person kind of explained it the same way. General. No, this is a good question though. Like I like being questioned like this. 종이는 yeah. The thing that's confusing about these is that the thing that's really difficult to explain about these is that if the situation changes, if the context changes, then it's a different usage. You know, it's kind of like when someone asks you, what does to mean? You know, and then you try to think about it like, well, it has multiple meanings. If you say, to my dear friend, that's one meaning. It's one context. If you say, I'm going to school, this is a different context. It's like a different word almost, right? And then if you say like, I want to eat, this kind of to, it's a different context. So if you try to learn every single use of the word to all at once, I think it would be too confusing. So what I just explained there, like the difference between nun, un, and then i, ka. What I explained was like one of the many contexts. Like one context is just like cats are cute in general, and this is like the cat is cute specifically. But then there's other contexts. If the context changes, then it's like a different word. So you have to think of it as like a different word that sounds the same, if that makes sense. Sorry if you answered it before, but I'm having a difference between s and s. So like sa and ha, right? There is a clear difference. It's more like do you speak any language that has like accent marks? Like this sound right here is kind of like more stressed. So it's like sa, 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 sa. Can you kind of hear the difference? Like sa, 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 sa. This means, by the way, cheap, and this means buy, to buy. Sa, 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 sa. And the other one is like, this isn't like an actual word, but it's just an example. Baba, 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 baba. Yeah, it's a subtle difference. It's a very subtle difference. Ba and pa. For me, at least for my ears, this sounds a bit sharper. Like it has like a little bit of a sharper sound. Ba, pa, ba. Like you're using more force. Like ba, ba. And this is more like, it sounds more loose. Pa, ba, pa. Is the difference in the vowel after the letters? Ba and pa. Ba. I think you just say this one with more force. Just like, you know what I mean? This one's like very loose. It's like pa, pa, pa. And then this one's like ba, 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 ba. Papa, papa. Oh, actually, papa is busy. Papa. Papa. Yes. 사, 사과 샀어요. Cheap apple buy. Yes. In Korean, if you want to connect these adjectives, like 사 by itself is cheap. But if you want to connect these, like you have to add this kind of n sound to it. So it becomes 싼. So this is cheap apple. This kind of n sound must be used to connect it. So like 비싸 사과, like expensive apple. You need to add this n to make it expensive apple. 비싼 사과. Like another one would be 크 사과, big apple. Be 큰 사과, big apple. More examples. The only double characters are like 뜨뜨, 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 뜨뜨. So this one would be like, okay, if I was to write pa and ba, and this is like papa, cha cha. Wait, I wrote the same thing. cha cha, cha cha, cha cha, ta ta, ta ta, ka ka. Ah, I know what it is. This one, the sound stops. This one, the sound continues. You can say pa, right? The sound can continue, but in this one, it stops the sound, like ba. You can't say ba. No, like no, it kind of stops there. This one kind of like pa, but then it's like ba. It stops. You know, this is cha, but this is like ja. It stops. Ja, ja. You just make this burst of sound. Ja, ja, cha, ja. cha ja. You get what I mean? This is like ta ta, ta ta, ka ka, sa sa. Is that why we say han for hana? Kind of. The numbers are kind of different though. Because we say 한 개, and then we say 두 개, and 세 개. Kinda. The numbers, not really. So it's really only for adjectives like 큰 and like 비싼. What else? Like 먼, far. But for numbers, it's kind of different. Yeah, does it kind of make sense? Like it's. I know it's hard to hear when you first start out. Typing well without looking. Oh yeah, I mean when I first, I've been using a computer since I was like, I guess 1 or something like that. But when I was in school, like we weren't allowed to look at the keyboard when we're typing. So I really have this like rigid mindset, like can't look at the keyboard when I'm typing. Like we were like trained not to do that. So like I have to not look at it. Yeah, but I did want to get into computer science. I watch computer science videos when I'm bored. Like I do really like computers. Can you talk about when the 받침 is? Wait, what? Can you talk about the 받침 when the following letter is a hyung? So you mean like if there's a word like that after some kind of thing here? What word would have that? Let me try to think. What kind of word has this at the back? Can you give me an example word? I can't think of any word that has this after it. Like he. How many words? Ho? I don't know. Oh, ponho. There we go. Ponho, number. That took a long time. I'm not sure what you mean, but like it's just normal, like ponho, right? Like this is made of like b, o, n, and then h sound like h, and then o. Ponho, ponho. Another example, Korean for room and bread. Yeah, that's a good example. It's a 방 and 빵. Hello. 방 and 빵. It's like 방 빵. 방 빵. 방 빵. 방 빵. 방 빵. 빵 빵. 방 빵. Yeah, it's just something like you just have to get used to. For me, the Spanish rolling R was like impossible to say, but then I read that on the internet. If you put your head back and then say the word butter, 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 you can roll your R. So I was like, butter, 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 butter. It's like just keep on saying butter, butter, perro, 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 perro. What? Can I type some easy sentences and let us guess them? Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. How many languages do I speak? Right now, I speak, I would say 6 pretty comfortably, and then maybe like 3 or 4 more. Not so fluently. Like Spanish, I could speak it, but not like a native. If you go full blast on me, I could probably understand most of it, but I can't respond to you. You know, and Vietnamese, I could speak it, but not like a native. No, I basically can't understand natives that well because number one, they speak too fast. Number two, they use too many words I don't know. And then number three, they're too expressive. They have too many expressions and stuff like that. So I can't really yeah. Yeah, exactly. Perro and carro, carro, carro. Like dog and is carro, is that square? Does that mean square in Spanish? I don't know. No, it doesn't. It means car. What? I thought something else was. I thought coche was car. But I wonder if you have sleep instead of sleep paralysis demon at night, you have LED keyboard. Oh my god, yeah. They didn't have yeah, we didn't have LED keyboards back then, like in the 90s. Man, I grew up in the 90s. I grew up in the 90s when computers were just coming out. Well, not just coming out, but like it started to become mainstream. Like people having computers at home wasn't really a thing. Like nobody really had a computer at home because there's nothing to do on it. There was no windows. It was just like a black screen called DOS, and then you would just type stuff into it. And then came MS DOS, and then came stuff like Windows and like Mac OS, like Apple computers and stuff like that, where you could use a mouse and keyboard. Oh, coche is auto. Carro is car. Oh, what is auto? But yeah, guys, I can rate some sentences for you guys. Like, what should I say? 지금. Yeah, I don't know if these sentences are too easy or too hard. So, this one is 너 지금 어디 가? 너 지금 어디 가? 어디 가? Can you guess what this one means? 너 지금 어디 가? If that's too hard, you can just try 어디 너 어디 가? 너 지금 어디 가? Yeah, exactly. It's like you now, where go? One thing you might notice in Korean is that the tenses don't really matter. Like this is present tense, like it's literally like you now, where go, right? We could say going like English, like 가고 있어. We could say that, but it's optional. Like you don't have to say it. You don't have to say that. Because it's just like the context that tells you. So tenses don't really matter in Korean that much. Like another thing is like 너 내일 가? This is like you tomorrow go. We could use the future tense like 너 내일 갈 거야. This 을 거야 is future tense. We could say that, but you don't have to. So that's pretty good for you guys because like that's just less things to learn for now. Right? Like you can slowly get used to this, but then you don't have to use future tense. That's pretty interesting, huh? 너 지금 어디 가? But the only thing that does matter is past tense. Like past tense, you have to write it. Like 어제. So only past tense matters. Like past tense has to be said, but then future tense, like or the ing tense, like I'm going, I'm eating, that you don't really need it. Okay, 너 지금 어디 가? Right? So how would you say you later where go? Like where are you going later? Do you know the word for later? Later. You can use Google Translate too. Later. 너 지금 어디 가? Is where are you going? So how do you say where are you going later? I wonder if Google is good enough. Oh, 나중에. They say 나중에. I was gonna say 이따가, which is the same thing. 나중에 or 이따가, same thing. But you can say you later. Where are you going? Like where are you going later? It's kind of cold in my room. And remember guys, you don't need to say this no right here. You don't need to say, you can just say 이따가 어디가, later where go. Where are you going later? How would you say where are you going next week? Where are you going next week? I'll split these up for you so it's easier. Where are you going next week? So next week is 다음 주. So what was it? This is you later where go. So how would you say you where are you going next week? Well, you would just replace later with next week. 다음 주. I got some messages yesterday. Some people were saying like they can't read the Hangul yet, so this stuff was like a little bit too advanced. I don't know what level everyone is here, but if they don't know Hangul, I was gonna like Romanize everything, but it would just mean like it would take much longer. Do you guys need the Romanization? I could write it. You next week where go? You next week where go? Where go? What's the difference between 에 and 에서? Well, that's like one of those things like 에 is like it has many uses. many uses. Like we have to like since it has many uses, like we have to like pinpoint one use of it. Nah. Since you can't read Romanization. Me too. I can't read Romanization. Like if I read K-pop lyrics in Romanization, I can't read that. Like Romanization, after you learn Romanization, you go to some like different site and then they use a different kind of way to Romanize it. So it's like you'll never learn the correct Romanization because there is no correct Romanization. Like everyone does it differently. But if you say, okay, anyways, like, 에서 is like at. But it's like at as in you do something at that location. But if it's just 에, so 에서 is like at, 에 is also at, but then if you say 에서, you have to be doing something at that location, like you're studying, or you're reading, or you're eating, you know, you're meeting somebody, or something like that. But 에 is just like you're just there. Like I'm at school. You know when you say like, hey, where are you right now? Oh, I'm at school. So oh, I'm at the gym. Oh, I'm at the swimming pool. You know, it's just like you're just there, but you're not doing anything. You're just at that location. Does that kind of make sense? I'm at school. But the thing is, it has like many different meanings, like depending on the situation. But if the situation changes, you just have to treat it as a different word. Like for example, 에 has a second meaning. So this is like a different word. 나 토요일에 일해. I work. No, sorry. I Saturday on work. So in this case, it doesn't mean at all. It means this kind of on. So you can't think like a equals at, because it doesn't translate directly like that. It's just like, in English, you just have something there. Like, I work on Saturday. I work on Wednesday. That on is a. We say a to express that on, like on a day of the week. Like, I go to school on Mondays, or like I study on Tuesdays. That on is also a. That's another meaning. So like days of the week. Yeah, if you try to learn every single situation at the same time, it's gonna really, really confuse you. So yeah, like I should make a list of these prepositions, but like it seems like people have already done that. Nah. Yeah, it marks some kind of location. Like if I was to make a list, be like on Saturday, on Monday, on Tuesday, blah blah blah. Be like like blah blah blah, or like the hardest part of any language is learning these kinds of like prepositions, like on, at, in, and stuff like that, because the language decided to it doesn't transfer very well from language to language. You know how in English you use the word on for days of the week, like on Monday, on Tuesday, but then when you go to months, you don't say on January, right? You say in January. Like that's what you say. But in Korean, they decided to just keep it as a. So don't think of a as like, oh, a equals at, or a equals on, or in, or whatever. You just have to think, oh, every time I want to say the phrase on Monday or on day of the week, I just use a. And every time I want to say in January, in February, so on and so on, I use a also. So you have to learn it one at a time. Just think of it as like a chunk. It's like one piece of word. So like in January, it's like 1월에. It's like a. As if it's like a word. So what I would suggest is like you just memorize this as a word. Like it's included. In January is like a grouping. It's like included as a. Yeah, does that kind of make sense? And you'll learn these like one at a time. Like you won't learn every single one all at once, but like everything that has a, eventually you'll get used to it. If you think of this whole thing as a word, like another example, like for time we use 에. Like 1시에. This is she is like o'clock, so like 1 o'clock 에. It's like, but in English you use at 1 o'clock. So again, like anytime you want to say something like at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, so on and so on, just think 1 o'clock 에. 1 o'clock 에. What else is 에? Like, Can you explain possession particles? Are you talking about 의? Is this what you mean? I feel like there's like a lag in the chat again. Like I feel like when I talk 30 minutes later, it goes to everybody else. No, not 30 minutes, sorry, 30 seconds. Okay, so this one pretty easy. So 나의 is just my. So you know you have like 나, 너, 걔. You have stuff like this like I, you, he or she. You just add an 의 and it becomes my, your, his or her. Pretty easy. 걔. No, sorry. Oh, 걔 is already conjugate. Sorry. It's like 그의. His or her. Well, her is like 그녀의, but whatever. Like whenever you add 의 to it, it's like it's like my. So like 나의 친구, my friend. So 나의 is just like my. Does that make sense? Like my friend, my computer, my house, my cup. Okay, so what's the difference between 내 and 나의? So it's the same thing. 나의, if you say it fast enough, like 나의, it becomes 내. So it's just like a, what do you call it? Like contraction. I am. If you say it fast enough, it's like I'm. I am and I'm, same thing. 나의 and 내, same thing. Same with 너의. It contracts to 니. So it's like my, your. It's like 니 친구, your friend. Actually, when you speak, you almost always go with the shorter version. You almost never say 나의. You almost never say 너의. Because you know how in English too, like you don't say I do not know. It sounds so stiff. You almost always say I don't know. Every language speaker likes the shorter version, so you contract it. Yeah. 네. You can even say like you can even put a name in the front, like 크리스의. This is like, okay, maybe Chris is not the best word, but Mary. This is like Mary's apostrophe S. This 의 is like apostrophe S. Mary's car, Mary's home, blah blah blah. 메리는 Alright guys, try to guess what this sentence means. 와 means come. Or you don't need the 는. Let's just take out the 는. I feel like the particles are like an intermediate level of Korean. So this means Mary January in come. Mary is coming in January. Mary is coming in January. Mary will come in January. See, like the future tense doesn't really matter. So it's like Mary in January come. Mary will come in January. Yeah, Mary comes on January, in January. Yeah, it's strange, huh? In English, for months, they use in. And then for days of the week, they use on. For time, they use at. But in Korean, it's all eh. No, but you got it right. Mary comes in January. That's what it is. The location of this doesn't matter. You can put it in the front too. In January, Mary comes. So how would you say Mary studies in January? Yes, perfect. María viene en enero. Perfecto. Okay, so how would you say Mary studies at 1 o'clock? Mary studies at 1 o'clock. I'll give you the 1 o'clock right here. Mary studies at 1 o'clock. So studies, I'll give you the word for study. It's 공부해. 한 시에 at 1 o'clock, Mary studies. At 1 o'clock, Mary studies. Yeah, I feel like the lag today is like very, very severe. It feels not live. It feels like I am not live and I'm like talking and then 30 seconds later it like reaches you guys. It's a very weird feeling. Perfect. Yes, that's right. You got it. It seems easier than choosing between in on a. Yeah, I agree. It makes it simple. There's only one preposition to mean all three things. I like that. María estudia a la uno. Yes, perfect. That's perfect. Wait, I'm gonna go to the washroom, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, exactly. So Mary, 1 o'clock, studies. When do you use native numbers and sino numbers? Well, the sino numbers is used for like. Okay, hold on. Okay, we have in Korean, so we have two sets of numbers. Let me Google it. Where I want to see a list of both. I I guess someone already made a list right here. Okay, like basically we have two sets of numbers. One is the Sino numbers and one is the native numbers. The native numbers you use for counting stuff like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I have one car. I have 2 eggs. Like I have a 3 something something, right? And then you use the Sino numbers for everything else, like phone numbers or the number of your bus. Like, oh, I take bus number 145. Like, you see a number on some kind of sign, you use Sino numbers. I don't know why it's like that. But the weird thing is when we tell the time, like 1:45 p.m., for the hour, we use native numbers, and then for the minutes, we use Sino numbers. So that'll be like 1시 45분. Like 1 hour, 45 minutes. So this one is in Sino number. I mean, this one is native numbers. This one is the Sino numbers. Strange, huh? Alright, can you guess what this one means? 오늘 뭐 해? 오늘 뭐 해? Yes, exactly. What are you doing today? Yeah. What are you doing today? Again, like the tense doesn't really matter. Like it's like, what will you do today? But then you can just say, today what do? Today what do? What are you doing today? Great. So, hello guys. So how would you say, what are you eating today? What are you eating today? Oh, so it's like, today what do? Today what do? Today what do? Today what are you doing? Yeah. So how would you say, what are you eating today? Can someone type it in the chat? What are you eating today? Eating in Korean is 먹어. Oh yeah, it seems easy, but when you hear it, then you'll get confused. Yeah, I know. Because they say it too fast and you have no time to think. Perfect. 오늘 뭐 먹어? 오늘 뭐 먹어? You can say that. 오늘 뭐 먹어? Yeah, in Korean, you don't need to say you or he or she. But if you really wanted to, you could put it in the front. 오늘 뭐 먹어? It's not required though, so it's optional. And if you take a look, this is like the same structure, you know? 너는 뭐를 먹어? You what eat? But the particles are optional. You don't need to put the particles in. 오늘 뭐 먹어? Today what eat. And you can even change the 모 to any food you want. Like 오늘 what should I say? 사과 먹어. Oops, I wrote. Today apple eat. Today apple eat. I'm eating an apple today. Or I'm eating pizza today. 오늘 피자 먹어. Today I'm eating pizza. Today I'm eating pizza. So then how would you say I'm eating pizza tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm having pizza. Tomorrow I'm eating pizza. I will eat pizza. Which word would we change? So the word for tomorrow is 내일. Yeah, exactly. 내일 피자 먹어. Yeah, you see, guys? You see how easy it is to make some sentences? Tomorrow. Yes, exactly. Tomorrow, I'm eating pizza. I'm going to eat pizza. You don't need to say future tense. You can just say tomorrow, pizza eat. Yeah, exactly. So how would you say tomorrow I'm playing games. I'm playing games tomorrow. Okay. How would you say I'm playing games tomorrow? In Korean, we don't say I'm playing games. We say I'm doing games. Okay, doing games. Oh, you don't have the Hangul keyboard, Adela. Oh, I see. If you don't have the Hangul keyboard, then what you can do is puedes usar eso en el traductor Google. Cambiar el idioma a coreano y puedes usar eso. Yeah, right here. Yeah, you got it exactly. 내일 게임 해. Tomorrow I'm playing games. Exactly. Tomorrow games do. I'm doing games tomorrow. I'm playing games tomorrow. English grammar is so much more complicated. You have this like I'm and then you have this ing something something and then you have to put s on it. But Korean is just like tomorrow games do. That's it. No future tense, no plural or whatever, you know. Very, very simple. No es muy bueno. No. Solo puedo hablar el básico. Básico. Yeah. I can only say basic things in Spanish. Okay, new sentence. How would we say? Oh, okay, so to make this sentence a little bit longer, we can add with a friend. 친구랑, with a friend. You can say that. Friend with. Okay, it's best if you think 친구랑 is one word. Okay, it's one word. If you try to think like, oh, friend with, then it's like very, very confusing. So just try to think of it as like one cluster, right? So, and it doesn't matter where 친구랑 goes in the sentence as long as it's not at the very back. You can say 내일 친구랑 게임해. Makes sense? You can say 내일 no, you can say 친구랑 내일 게임해. Makes sense? And also, 내일, it doesn't matter where you put it in the sentence. You can say 게임 내일 친구랑 해. Makes sense? You can say 게임 친구랑 내일 해. Makes sense. Anything makes sense. Very, very flexible. Unlike English, English is very, it has its place. Like it has a set place. Oh yeah, you can say that also. 친구하고, 하고 is also with. 친구하고 해. You can say either or. You can say 하고 or you can say 랑 too. 내일 친구랑 게임해. Yeah. Yeah, today I really feel like the live is like really lagging behind. I feel like it's at least 30 seconds behind. I think. Wait, let me try to sign into chat. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Okay, never mind. All right. So let's try to make another sentence. Like something realistic. Oh. Tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow I go to Korea. Tomorrow I go to Korea. To Korea. What is to Korea? To Korea is 한국에. This is to. Again, that's another use of a word of the particle 에. We have so many different uses of 에. To Korea. Yeah, perfect. 내일 한국에 가. Tomorrow, Korea to go. And again, the word order doesn't really matter as long as nothing goes in the back. Nothing can go behind the verb 가. But you can swap these around. 한국에 내일 가. You can say that. And if you wanted to add with my friend or with a friend, right? You say 친구랑. Oops. Tomorrow with a friend to Korea go. I go to Korea with a friend tomorrow. And again, these can be mixed up in any order. It doesn't matter. 친구랑 한국에 내일 가. You can say that. 한국에 내일 친구랑 가. You can say that. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, so how would you say I go to China in January with my friend. So China is 중국. 중국. Wow, that's a long sentence, guys. I'm going to China in January with a friend. Yeah, if it's too hard, you can just say, oh no, seems like everyone got it right. 나 중국 친구랑 1월에 가. Yeah, you got it. So you can say, so 한국에, this is a 2, right? So you just replace 한국 with 중국. And then you replace 내일 with 1월에. January in. Wow. Good guy. Yeah, everyone got it right. 1월 천국. Exactly. And the order doesn't matter at all. You can say 중국에 1월에 친구랑 가. Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, if it's too complicated, guys, remember, you can always cut words out. You can cut this out, and this just means to China, go. I go to China. It's like, yeah, I just go to China. You don't have to say when, right? You can say, oh yeah, I'm going to China. 중국에 가. I'm going to China. It can mean I'm going to China, or he's going to China, or they're going to China, whatever, right? And then you can add one piece at a time. You can say 친구랑 중국에 가. I should speak slower. 친구랑 중국에 가. I'm going to China with a friend. I'm going to China with a friend. He's going to China with a friend. Something like that. Yeah. And then you can add infinitely. You can keep on adding these things in any order, and it would just make sense. And the sentence would just get longer and longer and longer. Like, you can just be like 1월 1시에 at 1 o'clock. 1월에 1시. But I guess you could keep on saying but then usually we would just say it once because it's kind of redundant. So 1월 1시에, or you can, like, if you want to keep connecting it, 1월 1시 월요일에 친구랑 중국에 가. I mean, you could keep on saying but it's like redundant, so you don't have to use it. You just have to put it at the last one. 1월 1시 월요일에 친구랑 중국에 가. Very long sentence. Very, very long sentence. Look how complicated the sentence is in English. Like, look at how many little grammatical things you gotta learn. Like, This is like a conjugated form of to be. This is like an ing here, which means future tense. You know? Get what I mean, right? Very, very easy. All right, let's try more sentences. This is kind of fun, actually. This is pretty fun. How about we say, oh, okay. I'm going to buy an iPad tomorrow. I'm going to buy an iPad tomorrow. Wow, look at that complex sentence in English, okay? The word order will be I, tomorrow, iPad, buy. Yes, it's muy larga. Yes, very, very long. Pero creo que puedo hacerlo. Yeah, puedes hacerlo. You can do it. I think you can do it. En realidad es muy simple, es muy fácil en coreano. En inglés es muy difícil. Yeah, in English it's very difficult, but oh, looks like someone got it. Yes, you got it. I tomorrow iPad buy. Yes, 나 내일 you even wrote this in Korean. I like that. I like that. I tomorrow iPad buy. 내일 iPad is exact. Oh, that's good too. Yeah, remember the I is optional. You don't need to say that. You don't need to say the I. Exactly. So again, we don't need the I, so we can just delete that. This could mean I buy iPad tomorrow. This could mean you buy, he buys, we buy, they buy. It doesn't matter. Like, right? It doesn't matter. In English, you always have to say who's buying it. I buy it, you buy it, they buy it. But in Korean, it doesn't matter. Okay, then how would you say, Oh, I'm going to drink soju tomorrow. Oh, you looked it up on Google? Oh, nice. Yeah, use Google, guys. Use Google if you have to. I'm going to drink soju tomorrow. Yeah, use all the tools you have available. Don't think that is cheating. If you don't know the spelling, you could look it up, dictionary, translator, whatever. It's good practice. It's good. I mean, you're practicing, right? Like when you're practicing, use all the tools. I'm going to drink soju tomorrow. That's a pretty hard sentence. It's a pretty hard sentence. Like imagine trying to say this in like Russian or like Hindi or something like that. I don't even know those languages, so like I don't know how I would form it. But Korean is very simple. So word order. Oh, you already got it. 내일 소주 마셔. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to drink soju tomorrow. If you don't know what soju is, guys, I mean, you probably already know. Soju. Yeah, you can Google it, soju, like what is soju. But Vivi, you got it. That's perfect. That is perfect. 나 내일 iPad 사요. Hey guys, hey, what's up? And Jade, what's up? Thanks for joining. Welcome, welcome. 내일 소주를 마셔요. Yeah, 내일 소주를 마셔요. Yeah, the 내일 doesn't need a preposition, like postposition. It doesn't need like a or anything like that. It's just tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I'll let you know if we need this a right here. 내일 소주 마셔. I'm going to drink soju tomorrow. Look at the complexity of English. Look at the complexity of Korean. Tomorrow soju drink. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And this can be flipped around. 소주 내일 마셔. Right? Alright. Do you remember what is with a friend? I'm going to drink soju tomorrow with a friend. Do you remember how to say with a friend? Okay, if you don't, I will write it down. 친구랑. With a friend. So how would you say, I'm going to drink soju tomorrow with a friend? Very, very long sentence. I always confuse delicious and drink. Oh, yeah, it is pretty similar, huh? 마셔요 and 맛있어. 마셔, 맛있어. It is pretty similar. 내일 친구랑 소주를 마셔. Perfect. That is perfect. You even got the 를 particle in here. The optional particle 를. You could put it in. You don't have to put it in. This 를 right here got the optional particle. It's just kind of like, well, what are you drinking tomorrow? Ah, 소주를. You're drinking soju. Oh, that's the thing that you're doing. Like, this 를 just tells you the thing that you're doing. Like you're drinking what? What are you drinking? Oh, soju. Like what? What are you watching? Oh, TV를. You're watching TV. Like what are you reading? Oh, 책을. The book. You're reading the book. Like it just tells you what you're doing. 내일 친구랑 소주를 마셔요. Perfect. Yes, that's what it is. You got it. You got it. That's what it is. Yeah, many variations. 내 친구랑 is my friend. My friend. With my friend. Not just a friend. He's my friend. 내일 소주 마셔요. Alright, so doesn't just saying soju tell you what you're drinking? Yeah, it does. It does. So that's why the 를 is kind of optional. You don't need to say it. But since people were curious what this 을 means, that's just what it means, you know? It just tells you what you're doing. The thing that you are doing. It's like the thing that you're doing the action to. It's kind of confusing. Like, I watch TV. Like, what are you watching? Oh, the TV. True, but before finishing the sentence, I can already know what you want to talk about. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why we put the particles either. Like, it's just like something I don't think about. Like, it's just like, right. Okay, so, okay, tomorrow, or okay, let's not use tomorrow. Let's use, next week, I'm making a cake. Making a cake next week. I'm making a cake next week. So the word order would be, if you wanted to put the I, is optional I here. I cake. And then, well, I'm so confused. I next week. In Korean we would say next week like at next week, in next week, or whatever. Some kind of like prepositional thing here. I'll just give you next week is 다음 주에. Yeah, exactly. You got it. 다음 주에 케이크 만들어. I never know how to spell cake in Korean. Like some people spell it like cake, and some people spell it like cake, but I wonder what most people write. Cake. Oh, it's just cake. Couldn't you add 함께? Yes. So 함께 is like together. It's more, 함께 is used more for like written Korean. The equivalent of that when we speak would be 같이. So it's like together. So it's like 친구랑 함께. 친구랑 함께 or 친구랑 같이, it means the exact same thing. This is just for like written Korean. This is more for like spoken Korean. It's like together with a friend. These two are often very, very connected. Like they're said together very often. Yeah, you guys got it. 다음 주에 케이크를 만들어요. Yeah, you got the optional 를 right here. Optional. Be right back, guys. I need to go washroom again. I drank too much tea today. The way I explain it is easy. Oh, I'm so glad you think so. Oh, by the way, how would you say I'm going to the washroom? It's a similar structure. I'm going to the washroom now. Oh, okay. I'm going to the wash. Oh, sorry. In Canada, we say washroom. I never knew this, but then Americans don't say washroom. They say bathroom. I was like, what? Are you serious? In Canada, every single person says washroom. Nobody says bathroom. Like we know what it is, but like I never knew that was a Canadian thing. I'm going to the bathroom now. Okay, so the word order would be optional I, and then now. Bathroom. Right? Means like to. Go. Toei! Hello! Toei, guys, Toei is my friend in real life. Everyone say hello. Toei, how are you? How is Japan, my friend? Oh yeah, I know it's hard. It's hard to type in Korean. I know. Oh yeah, Toei, I'll come to Japan and visit you. After this COVID ends, I'll come and visit. Okay, so the way to say the sentence is, yeah, it looks like most people got it. Most people got it. 나 지금 화장실에 가. I now to the washroom go. To the bathroom, sorry. To the bathroom. I must remember to say the word bathroom when I'm talking to the rest of the world. Only Canadians say washroom. Yeah. So now you might be wondering, what is the difference between 지금? I mean, you might not be wondering this, but there's two versions of now. So 지금 means now, and then 이제 also means now. What's the difference? Well, 이제 is more immediate, like right now. It's like immediately. So actually, in this case, I think I would use 이제. Because like I'm doing it right now. This is kind of like 이제 is kind of like right now, and 지금 is like now. It's like a little bit. It's like now, but like a little bit. I don't know when. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the store now. 지금. But like when is that? When is that? It could be later. How is my French? As in like my level in French. I don't know. I can kind of speak French, but like sometimes I don't even know how to say like super basic things. 지금 화장실에 가요. Perfect. That's excellent Korean. The yo, if anyone's wondering, the yo is like formal. You just add a yo to it and makes it formal. Yeah, look at how many sentences you can make, guys. How would you say I make sentences? Okay, so sentences in Korean is 문장. And then make is 만들어. So how would you say I make sentences? So the word order would be I sentences make. Oops. What is this? How do I check if... What the... Yeah, people got it. 나 문장을 만들어. Yes, exactly. Where did my thing go? 나 문장을 optional을 만들어. Optional yo to make it formal. Of course, if you want to make it formal, the I also has to be formal, like 저. Optional는 many optional things. 저는 문장을 만들어요. I sentences make. Exactly, you got it. You can say 나 문장 많이 만들어. I sentences many make. I make many sentences. Wait. More zoom? You want more zoom in this? Okay, here you go. Is that better now? Can you guys see? I was gonna use like this, but like okay, so someone asked a question. What is the difference between 내가 and 나? Oh, well. So okay, this is like I've seen a lot of grammatical explanations on like what is 이가 like this, but then I feel like grammatical explanations don't help, so I'll just show you what is the difference. Okay, let's make a very simple sentence. 나 먹어. It's like I eat, right? I eat. But if you say 나 가 먹어, you add the particle 가 to 나. It actually becomes 내가. The pronunciation of 나 changes to 내, I guess because it's easier to say. But anyways, it's the same thing, like 내가. You just added some kind of thing to it. So the difference between these two sentences is just like, this one's just like I eat, but this one is like I'm the one that eats. I'm the one that eats. 먹었어. Maybe this would make more sense. If you just say 나 먹었어, it's like, oh, I ate. Hey, did you eat today? Like, yeah, I ate. But then if you say 내가 먹었어, it's like, no, I'm the one that ate the donuts, not anyone else. It's specifically me. So like it feels like you focus on something. It's like, oh yeah, no, like nobody else touched the donuts. I'm the one that touched it. 내가 먹었어. I ate it. Like that. Another example is like 내가 했어. It's like I'm the one that did it. It's like there's many people in a room, It's like, hey, did you do this? And it's like, no, 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 he didn't do it. I'm the one that did it. I'm the one, not anyone else. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, Uni, bye bye. Have a good day. Yeah, so like in English, we express this ka kind of feeling as like, I'm the one that. Yeah, that's kind of what we do. Okay, that's another use of the word ka. All right, so how would you say Right, so this is 네 친구 어디 가? Your friend where go? Where is your friend going? Hey guys, thanks for joining. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're just making some sentences in Korean. Where is your friend going? Where is your friend going? It's just your friend where go? Your friend where go? Okay, so how would you say why is your friend going? Remember, you can replace any of these words with the word of the same type. So 어디 can be replaced with who, what, when, where, why, anything like that. So how would you say why is your friend going? Oh, no worries. Don't worry. We'll be making a lot more sentences. 친구가 어디에 가세요? Yeah, 네 친구 왜 가? 왜 가? Why is your friend going? Why is your friend going? 왜 너의 친구가? Exactly, that makes sense too. These can be flipped around. It doesn't matter. 왜 네 친구가? The order doesn't matter. 네 친구 왜 가? 왜 네 친구가? Yeah, that makes sense too. Oh, Uni, you're back. I thought you had to leave. Yeah, it doesn't matter the order. You can say 왜 네 친구가? Why is your friend going? Okay, then how would you say who is your friend meeting? Who is your friend meeting? So word order will be your friend who meet. Okay, who in Korean is 누구? And then I need some more tea. It's all gone. But I drank too much tea today. I have like too much caffeine. If I drink too much caffeine, I get like super jittery. 친구. Yeah, perfect. 친구. 이 친구 누구 만나요? 누구 만나? Your friend who meet. Who is your friend meeting? That's actually perfect, guys. 네 친구. 니의 this possessive thing. This ni right here, it's already so like it's supposed to be 너의 right here, 너의, which means your. This 의 right here makes it into your. If it's just 너, it's you. If it's 너의, it's your. But then 너의 can combine into ni. So this combines and then makes ni. So ni already means your. So ni. Yeah, I could say that. How would I say I drink tea? Let's start with that. I drink tea. How do I say I drink tea? And remember, in Korean, you flip these around. You say I tea drink. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. Yes, glad to have you back. 차 마셔. Perfect. That's what it is. That's what it is, guys. You guys can make so many sentences. It's amazing. Even though the language is so different from your native languages or English. Tea, drink. Exactly. You could put the I in it, but you don't have to. IT drink. You could say I, but you don't need to. You don't need to. Oh, someone even wrote 마셨어, which is past tense. If you add this kind of, if you kind of add this sound to it, it's like 서 or something. I can't pronounce this. It's like 서, 마셨어, like 서 kind of sound. Then it becomes past tense. So it's like I guess this is like a 서, like 서 kind of sound. So 마셨어. 마셨어. IT drank. IT drank. 나 차 마셨어. 마셨어. You can even say 차 많이 마셨어. IT a lot drank. A lot drank. You have to put the word a lot in front of 마셨어. Like this one is kind of like it has to be there. Like it's not flexible this time. Like you can't put it anywhere. 많이 마셨어. How would you say I ate a lot of ramen? I ate a lot of ramen. I ate a lot of ramen. Try that out. If that's too hard for you, you can just say I ate ramen. Ate is past tense. I see. I I'm not sure if everyone knows past tense, so I'll just give it to you. 먹었어. 먹었어 is ate. Wow, many sentences. You guys are making so many sentences. I didn't even teach you. 선생님 차 많이 마셨어요. Yeah, that's perfect. Teacher drank tea. 주말에 차 많이 마셔요. That's excellent. On the weekend, tea a lot drink. You guys got it. That's it. 라면 많이 먹었어요. You got it. That's what it is. 라면 많이 먹었어요. 먹었어 or 먹었어요, like formal or not formal, right? Ramen. A lot ate. That's right. A lot ate. 라면. Perfect. Everyone is speaking Korean. That's perfect. That's perfect. And of course, you can add any of these to your sentence as well. And the order doesn't matter as long as it's not at the very, very back. Nothing can go at the very back right here, but anywhere else is fine, okay? It can't go between here either because this is kind of connected. It's like a lot 8 is connected, but you can add one of these. Like let's try to add 월요일에. 월요일에. Oh, it's hard to pronounce. 월요일에 라면. Like, how would you say? I ate a lot of ramen on Monday. On Monday. Hello, Julie. Welcome to the stream. We're just making some Korean sentences right now. Everyone is making so many sentences. I'm so happy. Yeah, experience, knowledge +1, confidence +1. Yeah, that's what it is. This is actually speaking, guys. Like, if I was to say this exact same sentence, that's how I would say it. Like, 나 라면 많이 먹었어. Like, I'm not like trying to make it easier or anything like that. Like, that's how I would actually say it. There's no other way. Exactly, you got it. 월요일에. So 월요일에 is on Monday, right? You can put this anywhere in the sentence as long as it's not at the very back. At the very back, no, you cannot do that. But you can put it anywhere you want. 나 라면 월요일에 많이 먹었어. Exactly. You can say that. You could even put it here. I, on Monday, ramen, a lot ate. Totally fine. I ate ramen on Monday. Yeah, so there's like, so these things are called, well, technically they're called postpositions in Korean. It's a fancy word, but you know, words like on Monday, at school, at 1 o'clock, with a friend, these kinds of things, they can go anywhere in the sentence. You could just keep adding them on to make the sentence longer, you know? I ate a lot of ramen on Monday with a friend. And you can keep going with a friend at 1 o'clock in Korea or something like that. Like with a friend, okay? Look at how long this sentence is. So with a friend is just 친구랑, right? With a friend. You could put it anywhere in the sentence. Doesn't matter. Let's just put it in here, random place. 나 월요일에 친구랑 라면 많이 먹었어. Wow. Take a look at that. I ate a lot of ramen on Monday with a friend. You can actually say this, guys. You can say this in Korean. 월요일에 가끔 먹어요. Oh, I see like my chat. I have to always be careful of this chat box. It like covers the box. Covers the text. 월요일에 친구랑 라면을 많이 먹었어요. Perfect sentence. Perfect sentence. 월요일에 가끔 라면 먹어요. Oh, 가끔. That's a new word. 가끔. Anyone know what 가끔 means? 가끔. This is sometimes. What are the ways to say I'm shocked in Korean? I'm shocked is like Wait, what am I typing here? What am I typing here? What am I typing? Sometimes I'm shocked is like 깜짝이야. 깜짝이야 is like oh my, like oh I'm shocked, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that means sometimes. 월요일에 가끔. Yeah, that's what. What am I saying? I can't type and like talk at the same time. Eto, yes, yeah. Yeah, I can't like type and like yeah, my fingers were like kind of like not aligned with the keyboard. I was like typing some random stuff. I don't even realize. Oh my god, so funny. Spe eto s. Yes. I always do that, guys. I always like, and then I always like forget to change my keyboard back into English or Korean. I'm just like typing random gibberish in Google. Man, what else sentences can we make? What else can we make? You know, we don't have to say money. Like, what are some similar words we can replace here instead of a lot? Okay, money is kind of like, it's like a lot or many, something like that in English. It's hard to directly translate. It's like many or a lot. So like, what is the opposite of a lot? What can we put here? What can we put here? We can put little, right? Little bit, little or little bit. So little bit is 조금. You can totally say that. On Monday, right? On Monday, ramen a little bit ate. How do you change keyboard back to English on desktop? Oh, do you have the Korean keyboard installed? Like if you have it installed, you don't have to press. Okay, wait, let me show you. So like, I don't know if you can see it because it's so small. Like, can I zoom up? This is the weird way of zooming my screen out. Okay, so like, if you have the Korean keyboard installed, right? Like I have my Korean keyboard installed here. You don't have to keep pressing this button every single time to change it. You can just press the left Alt key on your keyboard. I can't show you my keyboard because I don't know how, but just press the not left, right Alt key on the keyboard, and you could swap between Korean and English. Yeah, that's how it. Okay. Yeah, just press the right Alt key. See, I'm like typing English, pressed Alt. I don't know if you're on Mac or PC, but I don't know how to do it on Mac. Probably something similar. Like you can put like a hotkey on Mac, I think. Oh, but yeah, you guys are right. Oh, you can say something in Korean. Yes, you can say actually many things in Korean. You can mix and match your own sentences. Always remember, guys, like, don't be memorizing this whole thing as a phrase, okay? Always remember, it's like kind of like a slot machine. You could replace this word with words of the same type. 월요일에, 1월에, 1시에, 한국에, blah, blah, blah. You can replace this with everything. You can replace the food. You can replace this. You can replace everything. You can replace everything. You can take it out. You can swap it around. Window key plus space? Really? I didn't know that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did not know this. I did not know this. But yeah, if you have the Korean keyboard installed actually, you don't have to swap out, like you don't have to swap out, oops, what am I doing? Yeah, you don't have to swap out the language like this. Like you can just press Alt. Yeah. Anyways. Alright, what else do we make? So obviously like these words, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, these are like words you can work on, you know? You can just look them up yourself. Just like days of the week Korean. Right? Like these words right here, like you can work on that, right? You can just like make flashcards or whatever, however you want to learn them. And then yeah, that's basically it. Okay, let's make a new sentence. What should we make? Oh, how about this? I always eat ramen. I always eat ramen. Okay, so this word order is I always ramen eat. Okay, if it's confusing, if the word order is confusing, start simpler. Okay, like start with I eat ramen. In Korean, we always flip it, right? We always say I ramen eat. Right? I ramen eat. Start with that. And then you can add the word always to it. The word always can go anywhere in the sentence as long as it's not at the very end. So it's very, very flexible. In English, you can't really do that. It has to go here. Right? Always I eat ramen. I guess you can say that. I don't know. I eat always ramen. No, right? You can't swap it around. Has to be in this area, it seems like. Yeah, guys, you got it. You got it. 나는 Yeah, exactly. 나 항상 라면을 먹어요. I always ramen eat. Perfect. You got it. 늘 라면을 먹어요. 늘. 늘. Yeah, I guess 늘 works too. It's less frequent, but 늘 slightly different meaning. I just don't know how to explain. 늘 라면 먹어요. 늘 is like as usual, I guess. As usual. All right, so I'll introduce to you guys a new 에 kind of word. I'll say 밤에 is at night. At night. You can also say 아침에, which is in the morning. You can also say 점심에, which is at lunch. Flip these around. 저녁에. Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh? In English, for in the morning, you don't say at the morning. Why? I don't know. I don't know. But in Korean, it's always 에. It's like at the morning, at lunch, at dinner time, at night. English is kind of inconsistent, isn't it? Like, why do we say in the morning, not at the morning? Everything else is at lunch, at dinner, at night. Okay, Uni, see you next time. Bye bye. Yeah, you guys got it. 나 항상 라면 먹어. If you say 먹었어, past tense, it's like I always ate ramen. That makes sense though. It makes perfect sense. Like you're telling your friend, like, oh yeah, when I was in Korea, I always ate ramen. 나 항상 라면 먹었어. I always ate. Yeah, right? It's weird, right? It's like in the morning. Like why is it in? I don't know. It's very weird. But exactly, you can put in any of these new things. Okay, so how would you say I always ate 떡볶이 at night. I always ate 떡볶이 at night. Okay, let's see. At night. I always ate 떡볶이 at night. How we say this? I always ate 떡볶이 at night. 저는 항상 아침에 바나나 먹어요. Perfect sentence. You got it. I think you got it. Yeah. 나 항상 떡볶이. If you guys don't know what 떡볶이 is, I'll show you what it is. 떡볶이 is kind of like this. It's like a spicy rice cake kind of dish. It's like street food in Korea usually. Oh, to have this with cheese. Oh, that's killer. Like cheese 떡볶이. 항상 밤에 떡볶이 먹어. Perfect. I always eat 떡볶이 at night. You see how easy it is to make sentences. Wow. Guys, 떡볶이를 저녁에 먹어요. Perfect. That's perfect sentence. Right there. That is excellent. Right? And you don't have to put always. You can just take it out. Like, you don't have to say that. 떡볶이 먹었어. I ate 떡볶이. Right? You don't have to say always. I ate 떡볶이. It's like, right? If you wanted to make a question, you could be like, 떡볶이 먹었어? Did you eat 떡볶이? Did you eat 떡볶이? Did you eat? I don't know how to. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to romanize 떡볶이 because I don't know. I would not know how to read that. I'd be like, yeah, but look at how complicated English is. You have to be like, did you? Like, what is did? Like, where in the sentence is there did? Like, it doesn't have a meaning. Did you eat tteokbokki? It's just like, tteokbokki 먹었어? Did I spell it correctly? I think I did spell it correctly. Let's see. Yes, it is the correct spelling, but yes, you're right. It does sound like I'm saying tteokbokki. It does sound like that. Korean spelling is not really consistent all the time. That's like, you know how in English like the spelling is not consistent, you know? Why do we say night but then we spell it with a K? It's not knight. It's not knife, right? Same thing with Korean. It's not perfect. So sometimes like there's some exceptions. You just have to learn the sound. 떡볶이 아주 좋아요. Yeah. 난 항상 밤에 매운 떡볶이 먹어. Wow, that's even better. Like that's like 나 항상 밤에 매운 떡볶이 먹어. Yes, optional particle here, Lil. Imagine like trying to come up with this on your own. Like imagine like trying to like make this sentence. Like if you don't know any Korean, this would be so difficult. But you guys are making these kinds of sentences. They're very, very long sentences. If you look at it in English, it's actually pretty complicated. I always wait, what is it? 방에. Oh, sorry, I misspelled. 밤에. I always eat spicy the atrocious spelling 떡볶이 at night. Wow. Right? 저는 학교에 점심에 항상 떡볶이 먹지 좋아요. Oh, very close. Like the word order is correct, Pedro. The word order was correct. So at school, we say 에서. Actually, 에서 is used when you do something at a place. Like I eat at the school, or like I sleep at home. It's like when you do something at a location, we use 에서, actually, a different word. 학교에서. Very, very close. And then 너무 and 아주. What is the difference between 너무 and 아주? Okay, well, so like 아주. So 아주 좋아 means very good, but then 너무 좋아 means like very good too. But then this is like more than very. It's like very plus. You see, it's like very, very good. It's like even more than very. It's like very, very good. But then what is confusing about the word 너무 is like It can also be translated as too, like too expensive. Too expensive. Like it's very hard to directly translate 너무, but it's like extremely, it's very, very, and it kind of implies it's too much, like it's too expensive. It's like very, very expensive. That means it's like too expensive to buy, if that makes sense. So like 너무, it means very, very, or like too much. Wait, guys, I'll be right back again. I need to go to the washroom, the bathroom, once more, third time. Okay, be right back. All right, I'm back. Namu? No. Namu is different spelling. Namu is tree. Yeah, but you're right though. Namu is tree. Nomu is very, very. Nomu is very, very. No. Could you say 너무 많이 좋아요? So actually there is a big difference between 좋아 and 좋아해. 좋아 means good. 좋아해 means like. So you can say 너무. You could say 너무 좋아해. I like it a lot. I like it very, very much. Or you can say 너무 좋아. It's very, very good. But then 너무 많이 좋아. 너무 많이 좋아 won't work because it's in the same slot. It's either 너무. No, I mean I think we won't say 많이 좋아 in general. Like we won't. I like it a lot. Yeah, we wouldn't say I like it a lot. Yeah, 많이 좋아, 많이 좋아해. I mean, I guess you could say it. It makes sense, but then I think we would say 되게 instead. 되게 is a better word. It's like I like it a lot. It's like I like it very, very much. 좋아해. 되게 좋아해. I like it a lot. But in Korean, if you say 되게 좋아, just it's good, it's very, very good, it implies that you like it. Like, oh, you think it's good? That means you probably like it, right? Yeah, strange. Huh? You can say 진짜, you can say 너무, but you can't say 너무 많이. 너무 많이. Wait, can you say that? No, wait, 너무 많이 좋아. Wait, now I'm confused. 너무 많이 좋아. 너무 많이 좋아해. I think you can say that. 너무 많이 좋아해. You can't say 너무 많이 좋아, but you can say 너무 많이 좋아해. 너무 많이. Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. Yeah. 너무 많이 좋아해. Too much, very very much like. Yeah, you can say that. 너무 많이 좋아해. Because you can say 너무 많이 먹었어. I ate too much. Ate too much. Yeah. some things I had to like think about it for like a long time. And then you know how like if you say something for too much, like too many times, it becomes weird, and then you like doubt yourself. That's kind of how I feel. No way. To be honest, I think when you speaking is much more flexible than writing. People say things wrong. Like you know how I say you can't stick anything at behind the 먹어? People still do it. It's just like not technically correct. You can say like 나 떡볶이 먹어 항상. You can say that, but it's just not usual. If you say it at the back, it feels like you finished your sentence and then you forgot to say the word 항상. But people do say it. So that's why Korean is so hard to understand spellings, because sometimes different spelling. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, there's no language out there with perfect spelling, because languages, they change over time and the pronunciation changes. People in different areas have different dialects and stuff like that, but they don't update the spelling because it would be like too difficult to keep updating the spelling every single time the pronunciation changes, right? But at least Korean is like 95% accurate. At least it'll be like 95% accurate. English spelling is just like atrocious. Like read and read is the same spelling. Like what? Like thumb. I have a thumb. We don't pronounce the B, you know? Like so strange. So strange. Sometimes the C is like a k sound, like as in cook, but then in science it's not like science, right? Like so bizarre, like such bizarre spelling. Speaking of 되다, it's confusing. 되다. Too many meanings. Yeah, Pedro, I think yeah, if a word has a totally different meaning, then I just think of it as a different word. You know what I mean? Like it's not even the same word. Right? Like the word to. What does to mean? Well, to means also. And also to means as in like too much. There's too much. I don't associate these two as the same word. Like I don't think of them as the same word because it depends on like I like this too. Right? And also like this is too much. They have such different meanings. I don't even think of them as the same word. So just think of if a word in Korean has a totally different meaning, just think of them as a different word with the same spelling. That's how I like to think about it. So 되다. This one, many different word meanings, but then one of them is like become. Oh, you watched the Spider-Man video? Oh my god, that was so long ago. So long ago. what is a tip on understanding Korean grammar because it's so confusing? Well, you see, I don't know what time you joined us, but then we were making so many sentences, and actually, this is grammar. We were doing grammar. If you read grammatical explanations online, even I can't understand it. I don't understand what it means. Like, I understand it maybe linguistically. Linguistics was my major, so like I studied all of that stuff, like pronouns, adjective phrase. Like, this is like a gerund or whatever. This is present progressive imperfect tense. Like, I studied all of that stuff, and then maybe I can understand it grammatically, but then on a human level, I don't understand it. Like, so how do you use it, bro? How do you use it? I don't know how. Like, oh, this is a topic marker. It is used when a subject predicate is used. Like, dude, what does that mean? Just show me how to use it. Like, you know what I mean? So when I explain the Korean grammar, I want to explain it in a practical way. Like, and I want to make the example minimalistic as possible. So the way to understand grammar is, for example, like give me like grammar. Like, I don't know, which Korean, Azela, do you have a specific Korean grammar that you are curious about? 차 그만 마셔. I know I drank like so many today. Like, I don't know what. I even drank this like energy drink, guys. Yeah, it's so complicated, right? When I was learning, I learned French for 6 years because in Canada it's like our second official language, so everyone needs to learn it. 6 years I studied this and I knew so many words. I don't understand the grammar. I don't understand the grammar. Like, I understand it now because I studied it. But even if I understand it, when I speak it, I would not use it like that because it's too much to think. It's like, okay, so this word is like infinitive, so I must conjugate it into present tense. This is a third person pronoun, and then after that I need to put the infinitive verb because after the conjugated verb you have to put the infinitive. Like whoa, it's like it's too slow. You know what I mean? So what I do is I just like this style. Like, it's a slot machine. You just swap out the words, and this is grammar. This is grammar, guys. Like, this is just grammar. Like what we were doing here. This 에 right here. Every time you want to say on Monday in Korean, you just say 월요일에. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to memorize. Oh, 에 is like sometimes on, sometimes in, sometimes at, sometimes to. You know, that's so confusing. It's just like every time in your head you want to say at night, you say 밤에. That's it. That's all. That's all, right? Every time you want to say in February, you say 2월에. I didn't type that one in, but yeah, no problem. If you came in late, no worries. No worries at all. No worries. Yeah, no, like, I gotta keep on like trying to spread my ideas out there and keep on like talking about it and keep spreading the word so that people can understand what I mean. When I was like trying to first explain my thoughts on this, I was very, very bad at explaining my thoughts. So like, this is practice for me too. Like, it's good that you are asking me these questions. Yeah, like for example, like I don't know, Korean grammar. Let's take a look at some. Let's take a look at some Korean grammar, guys. Wait, so what would be your tip for studying to speak in Korean when you don't have someone who speaks Korean to converse with? Oh, okay. So well, okay. Many questions. Okay. So what I think is, okay, let me try to organize my thoughts. like many people, when they first start to learn a language, they want to be able to have a conversation. I think it's good that you want to speak on day one, and I think you should practice speaking on day one. But then to have a full conversation with someone, you simply do not have enough words. So in the beginning, when you practice speaking, when you practice making sentences, the sentences may be kind of random, like this. The best way to practice is don't learn pre-made sentences. I see a lot of Korean lessons out there, language lessons out there. They teach you these kinds of like pre-constructed travel phrases, like what do you say when you go to a hotel? What do you say when you go to an airport or a restaurant? They think that language is situational, but in fact, it's totally not like that at all. Because when you go to the airport and then you have all these like travel phrases memorized, oh, may I have a ticket, please? Like that, right? It's kind of like you're memorizing a script to a play. But you get there, you get to the airport or restaurant, whatever, and then these people just speak at you, and you can't predict what people are going to say. So you need to be able to construct your own sentences. So don't just memorize the sentence as a whole, right? Hamburger. Oh my god, thank you for the donation. Oh, I don't even know what currency this is. Oh my god, thank you so much. Is this Filipino money? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you so much. I've never seen this symbol before, actually. Oh, it's Filipino money. Oh, it is. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So as I was saying, 나 햄버거 먹어, right? Don't memorize the sentence as like I eat hamburger, but always remember you can swap out each section with a word of the same type. Okay, like this is I hamburger eat, right? You can say I banana eat, I cake eat, I pizza eat, and you could change the I to you, he, she, they, blah blah blah. It doesn't have to be eat. You can say I juice drink, I soda drink. It doesn't have to be eat or drink either. It can be I hamburger buy, I hamburger sell, I hamburger make. So many different, and this is speaking. And before you know it, now you're making sentences. You're not just memorizing this whole sentence as like a phrase. If you memorize set phrases, then you could learn 10,000 of these and you'll never know how to make your own sentences. So the whole point is you need to make it. You see what I mean? So with this simple template, you can make so many different things. Can you explain pronouns like you, I, we, she, they? Yeah, it's very easy. It's very straightforward. Na is you. Na is me. Oh yeah, what am I saying? hold on. Let me pull this up right here. Okay, look, like think of it like a column, guys. Like na, this is I, right? No, this is you, right? Ke, this is he, she. By the way, this is all informal pronouns. Formal pronouns are different, but I'll just show you the casual ones first. Casual. Bisaya ka? Am I Bisaya? Are you Bisaya? No, I am not. Oh, you're talking to someone else. Oh, never mind. What else is there? I, you, he, she, we, 우리. And then what else is there? I, you, he, she, we, you guys, as in you plural, right? You plural is like 너희들. And then 그들. Oh my god, my brain is dying. My brain is so slowing down. I'm getting kind of tired. But yeah, these are the pronouns, guys. I, you, he, she, we, you guys, they. And then you can type in anything you want. Hamburger, right here, like hamburger. And then you can say 먹어, eat. Right? Them, they, yeah. So you can say like I don't know, banana. Or let's go with juice. Right? And then you can say like book. You know, computer. This computer like right? And then you can mix and match these to say what you want. You can, like, just with a handful of words like this, right? Look at how many sentences you can make. We computer buy. We book buy. We juice buy. So on and so on. Casi 3 horas. Oh yeah. Oh, you're still here. Wow. Oh, it has been almost 3 hours. Oh my god, it's been a long time. What is nega? So nega is so we have na, right, which is I. But then nega is like this added ka to it. If you add a ka particle to it, the pronunciation changes a little bit to nega. It still means na, it still means I, but then I guess it's just easier to say nega instead of naga. So ke. Right? So if you say 내가 햄버거 먹어, it means I'm the one. It means I'm the one eating hamburger. I'm the one eating hamburger, not anyone else. This is just like, if you just say na, it's just like, I eat hamburgers. But if you say 내가, it's like, I'm the one eating hamburgers, not anyone else, not anyone else. If I'm going to use 개, how do you know if it's a he or she? Well, how do you make it clear if it's a guy or girl? Well, you can use their name, I guess. Yeah, you can use their name to be more specific. Actually, to be honest, guys, like the pronouns in Korean, we usually drop them. You don't actually say it. Unless you want to be specific. Unless you want to like avoid misunderstanding. So these are optional. Totally optional. Does na also mean my? No, na is not my. Na just means I. You would have to add this particle 의 to be my. 나의. And remember, 나의 is the same as 내. It just combines, okay? So like, and actually, the word for my would not go in this slot. It would go in this slot. Okay, so it's like, I eat my hamburger. My hamburger, it forms a grouping as if it's one word, okay? Yeah. It forms one, same with, so take a look at this. my hamburger. This is like one word, right? But think what kind of words are similar with my. So not only can you replace this entire slot with something else like juice or book or computer, but you can also change this one word, my, with something similar. What could be similar with my? Well, there's words like your hamburger, of course, which is ni, right? Your. There's also like his or hers or theirs or whatever, something like that. And even things like 이 hamburger, which means this hamburger. I eat this hamburger. So again, now you have like another 100 sentences you can create. And guys, this is grammar. This is what grammar should be, not like complicated grammatical explanations. If you read those explanations, you'd be like, what are they talking about? I can't make any kind of sentence. But look at this. Look at how many sentences you can make. You could stick E to any of these words here. I read this book. 나 이 책 읽어, right? You can say that juice. Okay? 저 주스. That juice. You know what I mean? Like and you can even make this sentence longer. Okay. Is this formal or informal? This is informal. If you want to make it formal, it's very easy. You just add a yo to the end. Makes it formal. And then the pronouns, we all have a formal version of the pronouns. Like the formal version of 나 is 저, and then formal version of you is 당신, so on and so on. So this is something to work on, guys. Like this is like you can Google this, like Korean pronouns, right? I just want to show you the grammar of it. Like words, I feel like you can. It's very easy to Google. Like you can be like Korean pronouns, right? So these are the Korean pronouns. You can just insert them in. So that's something like you can work on, like learn the Korean pronouns. But then I feel like many people, they have no trouble with words, but then they have trouble with grammar. Everyone's saying like, oh, I have trouble with grammar. I can't make sentences. Can I say 이 엄마의 햄버거 for this is so this E right here, it means this, but then it means this something. So if you just have E, you need to have something here. Okay, so like this computer, this cup, something like that. But if you just wanted to have this, the word this by itself, it's just 이거. It's like 나 이거 먹어. I eat this. Okay, but if you want to say this is mom's burger, the is would be a verb. It would go here. 야 is like to be or is, you know. So if you want to say my mom 이거 this, so this will be this is mom's hamburger. This is mom's hamburger. Um. So the word for and is hago. So hago and. Okay, so now we made the sentence longer. So it's like, I don't know if you can see that. I, this hamburger, and that banana eat. So this and connects two things together. Yeah. So how do you guys feel? Do you guys feel that making sentences now is like a bit easier? Yeah. I mean, I don't know when everyone joined. Like people have been here for quite a long time, but yeah, people that joined later, yeah, you can watch this video again. I'm gonna upload it and made like a bunch of sentences today. But yeah, guys, how often do I stream? Right now twice a week. It's helpful, but I feel like I'm gonna forget everything after. Yeah, it's very very normal that you will forget it. So don't worry. I always hated how when I learned a language in class, it'd be like this, like, okay, lesson 1, we learn this word, right? Like need to, whatever. And then lesson 2, you learn something different. And lesson 3, you learn something different. And it gets progressively harder. I don't think this is the right way to do it. I think that it's kind of like saying you're a boxer and you're like, hey, yesterday I practiced doing uppercuts. So today I don't have to do it, right? That makes no sense to me at all. So these words, you're going to forget it. Like you turn around, you forgot it already. So if you forgot it, you gotta look at it again. Oh, right, it was that, right. And then you turn around, forget it again. And then you look at it again, like, oh, right. And then the more kinds of connections you make, the more different sentences you see, and the word is in like many different sentences, it'll be long-term memory. If you just try to look at it once, you're gonna forget it, like 100%. Humans are very very bad at remembering strings of numbers or words, like 1 3 5 4 6 5 2 4 6 9 2 0, right? So yeah. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream here because I've been talking for really long and I'm getting really tired. So I think I noticed that my brain has been saving Korean words and phrases for watching K-dramas. Yeah, K-dramas, like if you start with dramas, I feel like dramas are so difficult. It's kind of too difficult because there's too much grammar in one sentence. That's something I'll talk about maybe next time. But it's glad that you're watching stuff like that. yeah, I think I'm gonna go eat dinner now. Well, it's really hard to like talk for so long, but next Tuesday I'm supposed to be streaming at like 5 p.m. But then I actually got someone who wants to learn Korean like one on one, someone I know in real life. So I'm gonna be tutoring at that time. So I don't know if I'll be. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know when my next streaming will be, but I'll see you guys around. I'll let you know. All right, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for joining today, and thank you for all the donations. And I'll see you guys next time. See you guys.